Today, we have a new bottle that we're trying out today. We actually went to the distillery in Blanco, Texas. This is Ben Milam's Founders Reserve, and they are in Blanco, Texas. This one right here, when we bought the bottle, I didn't look, but it didn't have the alcohol by volume on it. So I'm going to have to take a guess at this. I'm pretty sure it's like 50% alcohol by volume, but I'm not totally sure. Anyways, we had a great little visit. It's a cool little up-and-coming distillery. And they have a cool setup. Nice scenic drive out there. It was about a 5.5 hour round trip, but well worth it. They have a nice little place out there. They have a tasting room, and if you go on my Instagram or my Facebook or Twitter, we got them all. I got some photos of our little visit there. But yeah, they have a nice little setup. Now, the Founders Reserve that we're gonna try out today, this is not made in Texas. It's made in Tennessee. So this is a 14-year bourbon whiskey. So we are going to try this today. Now, it's a little pricey. The more years that it's in the barrel, the pricier it gets.
I think it says on the bottle it was distilled in Tennessee, but it was still barreled and stuff in Texas. Like, look on the back of the bottle. I think that's
No, it doesn't say that.
That it was the other one.
So they have a pretty good variety. Now, they do distill their own whiskey, but it's just not ready yet. And I can't wait to try that. We did kind of test drive the gin a little bit while we were there, but we didn't test any of the whiskey because I wanted to try it here.
And they distill their own
They
gin.
distill their own gin, and from what we... my poor doggy wants to see too. From what we tried, their gin is awesome. Lots of flavors. Are you really done breathing that heavy over there, Juliet? There you go. Quit breathing. She's like, what? Anyways, we had to get the gear. We got the shirt. We got the glasses. Just because I like to be thorough when we try out stuff. So if we're using their glasses...
That's not true, y'all. He just likes to buy stuff. He gets in a distillery and he gets shiny ball syndrome and he's like, sure.
Okay, so we have to buy a few things because, yes, I like to have a little bit for my bar.
Distilleries are his vacation.
Distillery and wrecking yards is like my little Disneyland. But anyways, let's get back to this. The price on this was like $125. A little pricey, but you do pay for age. I mean, that's just the way it is. Anything you buy, if you're gonna wait, you're gonna pay. It's like real estate in a bottle.
Time is expensive.
And with any up and coming distiller, they're gonna actually go out and purchase other barrels so they can have their own. This is what we liked, and this is what we're gonna barrel. So, but they're distilling their own, and this is what we distill. This is what we're gonna barrel. So when we get a chance to try their other stuff, it's gonna be awesome. So this has been aged probably a little bit in Texas, but we're not exactly sure. We walked around with their head distiller, Marlene Holmes, which she is awesome. She's totally rad. She was telling us every bit about the process. We checked out the storage facility. We checked out where they distilled everything. She let us try some stuff. Really cool. So that was awesome. Kind of made our day. But yeah, let's get into it and see what we got. So they, from what I can see, will be a force to be reckoned with. Now, she was I think she said, or somebody said, I wasn't sure because I was super excited. I just want to get the alcohol and get home. But I think somebody said she was the senior distiller at Jim Beam for about 15 years. So she's got a lot of background and a lot of history that she's bringing to the table there. So I think they're going to be a force to be reckoned with, and I can't wait for their actual Texas. I open this. Come on. There we go. Their Texas brand of whiskey. Ugh. All right. Our poor dog. Okay. You get that oak barrel and like a sweet honey smell right off the top. But you can pick up the vanilla and you can pick up some spice. Now, for some reason, my wife always says that I say pepper.
You do. You say pepper for everything.
But yes, I could pick up a little pepper. It's just my thing. It's pepper. Wow, it's got the awesome smell though. It's the classic. You could tell the age just by the oak smell that I can smell. I mean, it just picks up more of the oak characteristics. And maybe, I know it's not in there, but like a slight cherry or a darker fruit smell. And she's going to say, there's no cherry in there.
Well, I don't know what's in there.
Oh, I just love whiskey. Yeah. The wood is very dominant. It's pretty smooth, but it's got that burn, so I bet it's around 50% alcohol by volume. Just from that, because my sinuses just have oak all in them. You can taste the char in the barrel, but that sweetness I smell isn't really dominant. It's got a slight, like a honey sweet flavor. But yes, the oak is, I'm just breathing it out. Really good though. You can, it's got lots of flavor. I'm getting like a slight vanilla, maybe a little cinnamon in there with it. And I know we were gonna make a drink with this, but
they said no.
They said no. Neat. Neat is the best way, which I agree. It's very tasty. You can just taste the time that it took to do this. With an ice cube, you pick up the char more, you pick up vanilla. I can still taste that like a darker fruit, almost to a cherry. Or kind of like a raisin, between a raisin and cherry. No burn whatsoever once you add a little ice to it. So a little water would just, it brings out different flavors. And you can pick up a little pepper in the taste. You couldn't pick it up straight. You add a little ice to it, and it's like a totally different flavor profile. Very good. And yes, because my go-to would have been adding Coke to this, which I know is a sin, but it is very good. And the Founder's Reserve, I don't think you can buy it anywhere. I think you have to go to the distiller to get it. But wow, is it worth it? I'm glad we got that one. It's loaded full of flavor. Straight, you get more of the oak. You get just more of the, like a caramel, and a little bit of smoke, but not a lot. But when you add the ice, you get the vanillas, you get a little bit more sweetness. So yeah, either way, I like it. Good job. But we will be trying. We got a couple bottles. So yeah, that's banging. That's gonna be on one of my top shelves. So that'll be up there on my top shelf because that is smoking good. Now next Friday we're gonna try their barrel proof straight bourbon whiskey. Our dog just making all kinds of noise back there.
Yep.
And this comes in at 54.9% alcohol by volume.
I think that's the one on the back. It says it's distilled in Tennessee, but it's barreled in Texas.
Yeah. Now, that's what we're going to do next Friday. And the Friday after that, we're going to try their gin. Now, their gin, we had little half shots of it. And it has all kinds of flavor. I can't wait to try this in a drink. And they make this on site. So this is pure Texas gin from them. And that's our next couple of weeks. So we're going to wrap it up today. That is awesome. That's going to be a good little addition to my bar. And I'm going to take little sips because it's very expensive. This one ran about 80. So, not too bad. Still a little pricey, but we will try that next Friday. Anything you want to add, baby doll? Other than that, it's a really cool place. So, if you're near, I mean, we took a 5.5 hour round trip venture, but they're in the hill country of Texas. Very picturesque. Nice drive out there. It wasn't raining. It was a little cloudy, but it was pretty awesome. So, and we had a good time up there.
They were all really nice too.
Yes, everybody was nice, very informative, and yeah, they have a lot of liquor there, so I like that place. Maybe one day when they start producing the barrels, maybe we'll pick up a whole barrel, maybe.
Well, they were selling their barrels too.
Their used barrels.
Which I think if we would have been in a different vehicle, you probably would have.
I would have been. I would have figured out a way to get that in the car, but not in my little Honda. If we would have had the HHR, that would have been in the back seat. All right, that's what we got for today. Like, share, and subscribe. We will be back next Friday. Well, we'll be back Wednesday. We got some cool beers to try. But we will be back Friday with more of the Milam Whiskey.
Thanks for watching, everybody.
Thanks.